What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nick, and I'm in the office today. I got other people that are in here, so I'm gonna be a little bit toned down, but first and foremost, check out the mural, man. Check out Mr. Monopoly just running the game. Check out Joker, dude. Seen better days. There's the money. Anyway, let's talk about population. Let's talk about what is the perfect population that you want to stay within when you're choosing and selecting what city and niche you're going to go into. And so I do want to say this, and I've said this again and again, and I will continue to say it, that if you can pick the right city and niche combination, if you can develop the skill set of choosing the right city and niche, you are going to win. It is as important, if not more important, than every other step, okay? And a lot of people, they don't take their time doing this. They just go and they're like, well, Nick talked about concrete, I'm just gonna go into my backyard. No. How do you know that your backyard or your hometown is going to be a good city? Okay, and I always use the example, it's like real estate, like actual physical real estate. And you always hear this common thing where people say, you make your money in the buy. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means if you buy a good deal, you're going to win. For example, if a home is worth 500K, but you were able to get a deal and you were able to buy it for 450, even though it's worth 500, even if you have to dump it in 6 months or 2 years at the price that it's at 500K, you're fine because you bought into the deal with equity, right? So the deal, the money was made when you bought it. You didn't have to go and get some crazy person to pay like some ridiculous amount. Similarly, when you are doing rank and rent and you are choosing the city and niche, if you pick the right city and the right niche combination, you are almost guaranteed to win. Okay, because there's gonna be demand, there's gonna be leads, there's gonna be low cost per click, and you're gonna be able to rank this website with some relative ease, okay? So the question is, what is the perfect population, okay? And I'm gonna give you the answer, and that is, it's not gonna be what you're expecting. Population does not matter. I don't care about population. I do not. And you're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay. I do not care about population. I don't care if it's 10,000. I don't care if it's 5,000. I don't care if it's 30,000. I don't care if it's 5 million. Okay. I don't even think there's any cities with 5 million, but you get the point. Okay. It's not about population. It's about demand. It's about search volume. Okay. And let me give you an example. Okay. To prove my point. If I were to say to you, I have 2 different website projects for you. I have one, and they're both ranking, by the way, okay? I have this website that's ranking in New York City, okay, which is a huge, I don't even know what it is, I could look it up here, but it's the population's ridiculous. Or I could give you this website that's ranked in Queen Creek, Arizona, okay? Both of them are ranked for artificial grass. Okay, now if you're just going off population, you go, well, dude, of course, I want the one in New York, right? Because there's so many more people, such a bigger city. And if they're both ranked, that's what I want. But guess what? Even though it's such a massive city, I actually have not done the homework on this, but my gut tells me that based on the structure of the home and based on the fact that a lot of people live in apartments and based on just the landscape of what I know what Queen Creek looks like, right? It's palm trees and stucco houses and it's a lot of artificial grass. And based on that and based on what I know about New York, I would rather take the Queen Creek. And if I'm not mistaken, Queen Creek is less than 50,000, probably closer to 20. Maybe I'm way off. I don't know, but I for sure know it's less than 50K. And it's this obscure little city compared to New York. So population does not matter. Why? Because that one, the Queen Creek one, is going to have way more demand because artificial grass is way more popular in Arizona than it is in New York City. Okay, or in Queen Creek than it is in New York City. So we got to get this out of our head of like population. I don't care about population. Honestly, for me, I look at demand and then I go, okay, how can I get at least this type of a demand, right? At least, XYZ demand and get the population as low as possible. Because if it's a low population, it typically means low competition. There's not going to be as many competitors, not going to be as many people that want to rank their website. And if the demand is there, then who cares? But people get so hung up on population, like, yeah, I was in this group and they told me I want to aim for like 150,000. Who cares what the population is? If the demand's not there, then it doesn't matter, right? Like, for example, if you're talking about boat rentals, right? Like or jet ski rentals, and you're trying to rank in Minneapolis, right? And I don't know, maybe there's a lake right there. I don't know. I've never been to Minneapolis, but it's probably not going to be that much demand. But there's probably some little tiny city in Florida, and boat rentals or Sea-Doo or whatever is off the charts. So the point of this video is that we have to quit thinking, what is the population? Who cares? In fact, my thing is like, as long as I know the demand is there, okay, then I want the population as low as possible. And I have projects right now, literally right now, I have projects that are 30,000 population and under that are making me over $1,000 per month. Okay. And I have other projects that have over 1 million population that aren't making me any money because there's no demand. So, and again, how do I know this? Is because I've done so many deals in the wrong cities. And I have created basically a formula of what boxes need to be checked to justify me going into the city. And one of them is demand. I don't care about population. If you're in my group, if you're in my Digital Landlords program, you'll notice when we do the homework, I don't say, look at this population. I say, look at this demand. And you guys are probably going to say, well, what should the demand be? And how do you figure that out? I'm saving that for another video. But actually, yeah, I'll do that on another video. Okay. But I just want to get you guys to quit. I want to get into your heads that you guys have to get away from this. And the first couple of programs that I took and people that taught me that it was population. Now I understand, like, typically higher population, then we're going to have higher demand, but that's not always the case. And for me, it's how do I get the lowest population with the demand being the highest? That's what I want, because that typically means low competition. Okay. All right, guys, that's all I got today. Enjoy the weekend and we'll talk soon.